Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Untitled Tarot. Now, this is a general reading for whatever sign is in the title because it's a bulk introduction. There will be a timestamp down below in the description so that once you've seen the introduction once, you can fast forward ahead of it. And the reason I say that is because you want to watch more than one. This is for the full moon. So you want to watch your sun sign, naturally, the I am. You want to watch the rising sign, the I am becoming. But obviously, it's the full moon. You maybe want to watch your moon sign. There may be other areas of your chart you want to look at anyway. So, it's a general reading for the sign in the title down there. Now, this is the full moon in Pisces at 10 degrees Pisces. Now, a full moon is all about opposition. Moon opposed sun. So what I like to look at in these Gods at Play readings are what gods are supporting you and lifting you up, and what gods or what god forms the archons take as they are trying to suppress you and keep you limited and in fear and in need and in want and incomplete and all of that, you know, all of the most anti-new age and probably pro-consumerism stuff that you can think of. Now, these are God cards. By their very nature, these readings are dramatic. It is symbolic. And so much fun, but it is symbolic. What I would like to look at beforehand is the actual full moon itself. I mean, it's in Pisces. It's the big spiritual full moon, which interestingly, Neptune at 20 degrees Pisces, so 10 degrees away, so not really even a full conjunction. However, 20 degrees Pisces for Neptune is the natal Neptune of A8 of the Order of the Golden Dawn. So this is a great full moon for all the other symbolisms aside, and they echo this as well. This is a great full moon for spiritual development. I mean, this is a great season for spiritual development, but especially with this full moon, magical exploration. Magical exercises to get to know further layers of yourself. Now, I could wax lyrical about the astrology of it, but chances are I could get things wrong because I'm still learning my way around astrology and will be for another 5 or 6 years yet. And down in the description, there is a link to the Facebook page for this group where I have already posted oodles of relevant videos from the YouTube astrologers about this full moon, and I will keep posting them as I find them once I've watched them myself and absorbed them all. So yeah, come and join the Facebook page. It's well worth it. Obviously, being a YouTuber, I'd like you to like, share, subscribe and comment. But I want to look at the symbols of the moon. The other thing is, with this moon, it's, now if I remember this correctly, I think it's Uranus. Uranus is trying something. I'll be able to tell you. Uranus is trying something and sextile something else. Let's just bring that information up. Bear with me. Because this is, yeah, it is sextile the moon. Oh, of course it is. 10 degrees Taurus, and trine the sun. So there's a beautiful triangle of energy there between the two luminaries and Uranus. This is a time, people call this time in history the Great Awakening. I'm not entirely sold on that idea, to be quite honest. However, certainly this full moon offers a great revealing in your personal lives, in your love life, in the workplace, in the political landscape, in your spiritual self. And certainly that is why I mentioned about AU8, 20 degrees Pisces of Neptune. You can invite that revealing in, if that is what you wish to do. Now, make your own mind up on that one. Now, the degree reading from Inside Degrees, so Chandra symbols I think they're called, I'm taking Pisces 11 because 10 degrees, let me see, the full moon is at 10 degrees 11 minutes I think, so basically it's in the 11th degree. So Pisces 11, a high crumbling wall. It is part of a ruin and covered with ivy. Power is stored in the earth at primal quickening points. Often in these places, humanity erects monuments to its own folly. Eventually these things merge into the landscape and everything comments upon everything else, being held between the earth's wise presence and humanity's dim apprehension of what is really involved here. One side of the feeling, nature is so intuitive and psychically astute that you are harbouring advanced gifts that can serve the earth evolution in staggering ways. On that note, a couple of astrologers have been talking about us accessing our superpowers, however you want to define that. The peace dealer being one of them, but in the more restrained side, Ksenia Moore said much the same in her recent full moon thing, again posted on my Facebook page. Right. Another side of the feeling nature is contorted with reactions, judgments and condemnations of the collective trends of humanity and of the weakness of the human flesh. One more interjection, look at the news. These objections and rejections of the human scene rebound upon the self and poison the psychic faculties. It is only when you heal and forgive and renounce the minor key irritable voice, inside and out, that the flood tide of burgeoning awareness of what is arising in this earth with all its ripples can wipe away the false structures and foster the new birth, the tuned in and blessings focused outlook and in luck. Now the Omega symbol of this is 3 undines guarding a golden treasure at the bottom of a river. That river is the river of change. The undines are the water nymphs, or well, water spirits. Golden treasure to be unearthed in the flow of change. But going back to that Chandra symbol, it reminds me of a thing in the Course of Miracles. With all of the division and what either side of the fence you fall on, with everything that's going on in America, in Mauritius, in Poland, in so many places across the world. Whatever side of the fence that you fall on, when you are tempted to judge and condemn the others, it's A Course of Miracles would say it's okay. Because everybody is playing the lesson, everybody is playing the role that they agreed to play before coming here. Everybody is learning the lessons that they, well, hopefully, or is being confronted with the lessons, let's put it that way, that they agreed to before they came here. So if you despair at the evil Trump voters or the lunatic libtards, whichever, then let that go. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're doing what's right for them. And it's only with that acceptance can the true revelation bubble up to the surface, I suppose. Can that golden treasure rise out of the river. So I think I've waffled enough hippie hoo-ha so far. So let me bring up the cards. Just before I bring the cards up, there's one thing that I neglected to mention, is that this whole full moon is occurring with the backdrop of Mars square Saturn. And that shows that wanting to drive forward energy, but having our limitations being pointed out to us. Now, a few minutes have passed since I filmed the last bit, and I've just spent a lot of time thinking about it. I firmly believe in all the hippie claptrap that I just came out with. But it's not okay to shoot people. It is okay to fight back against those things that you find abhorrent. It is okay to demonstrate. It is... So, whereas I'm saying, oh, achieve this Zen-like state of non-judgmentalism, at no point does that say stop fighting for a better world. It's just, I do believe what I said, but I find it hard to put it into the real world sometimes, because in the current climate it sounds facile. And it's something I've been struggling with the entire time of this channel. Because, as I have mentioned, I'm a political animal. I keep abreast of politics a lot, and I have opinions, and I can't help but have opinions. And under that Course of Miracles philosophy, me having opinions is okay, and other people having opinions is okay. But I have to draw the line at shooting people. But I think, I only hope that this Mars square Saturn works to the betterment of society, where that driving forward force on the side that I would find morally questionable is restrained, held back, thwarted, forced to reconsider, which is all what this Mars square Saturn, Mars retrograde square Saturn, then Mars square Saturn again, is supposed to be about. As I say, the astrologers can talk about it far better than me. Go and have a look on my Facebook page for the channel to see their videos. And don't forget, there is also an inbox where you can contact me directly if you are looking for a personal reading. And this time I really, really will bring the cards up, I promise. Okay, Pisces, and welcome Pisces Rising and Pisces Moon if you've just joined us. And if you are indeed Pisces Rising, then obviously this full moon is occurring in your first house, what people see and the impressions that you give. But the full moon energies might not necessarily land there, because it depends on your own birth chart. So I'm going to start with the curious selection of gods that are supporting you this month, as I've done with everybody except Aquarius, because they have to be the odd one out. We start supporting you Sept with chaos, Selene with intuition, so the moon. So there you are, Pisces, because I know the moon is a symbol of Cancer, but I always rather relate it to Pisces as well. Gaia with creation, Deity with revenge, and Aphrodite with attraction. Now, this is indicating to me that something is going to spring into being. With Gaia with creation, and then we have Aphrodite with attraction. Think about how Aphrodite arrived. And interestingly, I've been watching some documentaries on YouTube about Venus, i.e. Aphrodite, and its potential origins within our solar system, let's put it that way. So it's almost like something is coming into play that you cannot necessarily foresee. However, this is a good thing that's coming into play. However, you in the meantime still need to be planning. This is what DT is telling me, that you need to think things through. And the reason that you need to think things through is because there is indeed chaos around you. And that's a good thing. That is a good thing, believe it or not. However, with that chaos, there is also strife. And the strife and the arguing is not necessarily a good thing. And you are being told here with Kaliak that all is well. But I feel that there is strife around you, that this false energy of Kaliak is like saying, don't worry, it's fine. This is your place. You just stay here within this strife. And DT is the one that's planning to say, hang on a minute, no, it's not my job or my destiny to be living eternally in this strife. You know, I can move on from this position. So it's two things here. There is temporary rather, strife, but there's also that sense of a longer arc, a longer cycle, where there has been a certain element of strife anyway. So I think the temporary strife is going to highlight the longer term strife, but you have to be careful. One thing that I do see here is Hebe with play. She may well be a cupbearer. She may well be people who can bring you dreams, be a cupbearer to the gods and bring the ambrosia to you. But here, this top row, as I've said in all the readings, one, it's a trap. And two, it's the archons masquerading as the gods to try and keep you in your place and keep you where they want you to be, which is vibrating in fear and lack and pain and, you know, all that good stuff. So I rather feel that you are at risk of being manipulated, especially against this backdrop of chaos and strife. But now is a time of creation. But there is, this card landed this way up for a reason. We have Visago with ingratitude. So it's almost like there may well be someone who you expect better of that may be just trying to steer your reactions or steer your beliefs in ways that's not necessarily healthy. They offer a whole new beginning for you, but it's more of the same old, same old. Whereas if your spider senses just go, yeah, I'm not sure, then fine. The main thing to do then is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. Do not take them up on their offer. Do not react to whatever it is that they are doing. Plan your way. Because Mars square Saturn is a period, as I've heard a couple of astrologers say, 1 foot on the gas pedal, 1 foot on the brake. And knowing when to release either one is a struggle, because both are going on full force at the moment. You release the brake and you'll be off, you know, and you release the gas pedal, you ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere at all. So there's these new beginnings that are offered are something that it's not, they're not worth the paper that they're written on, I think is the best way to sum that up. Let's see what the what the tarot have to say with this. Yeah, because it's all about messages of different dreams, and it's almost like there is a standard that you are having to... Oh, that's interesting. There's a standard that you believe you have to live up to that you don't have to live up to, because a lot of this strife is not based on true things anyway. Oh, that's nice. Right, so the chaos that is around you, or that is coming around you, has the potential to bring you great happiness. But now, what did I just get from that Nine of Pentacles? This sort of, you have to stay within the strife, is a lie. And you know it's a lie because you'll remain being alone in that. But there is one good reason for that strife. It is pushing you towards the idea of a rebirth. And with the correct balance, with planning, you can have that rebirth that will then be strengthened by whatever new is coming into your life. However, you will find that whoever it is that's trying to manipulate you with news and messages, your rational mind will probably go, yeah, well, this is obviously the way to go. But if you've got that sense of, no, it's not. No, it's not right. No, don't go this way. Follow that. Go with that one. Because it is right now, certainly speaking about this situation, it may well be better to do nothing rather than to do something. Because if you do something, you may well be reacting and taking charge of things that you don't necessarily want to be taking charge of. And whereas the doing nothing gives Aphrodite the freedom to arrive. It gives Gaia the freedom to create. And when this creation occurs, at first you may be a little conflicted by it, but it seems like a good idea, since the other feeling is the manipulations that come from Hebe here, where you've just gone, yeah, I'm not doing that. I've got no faith in that. I'm going to walk away from that because I do not believe in it. Even though, there may be an irrational element of, yeah, they've got a point. But if it feels wrong, go with that. And I don't want to use the word feel, because I do draw a distinction, and I have in previous readings, about feelings and emotions. But if you sense that it's wrong, or you sense that it's incomplete, then do not act on it, because there is a creation entering your life, coming your way, which will give you a lot of forward motion. And that is only possible by the chaos that is around you, that promises to bring you a lot of happiness. So do not necessarily believe or trust or act on the ideas and messages and dreams that are brought to you by others, because it's almost like it locks you in place. It locks you in place to a specific new beginning of somebody else's design, whereas you want the new beginning that grows naturally under the grace of Gaia. There's a lot of discernment in play with all that. There is a lot of weighing up your left and right brain. There's weighing up your insights and intuitions with things that you know to be true, rational facts, scientific side of things. There is quite a balancing act, but that's what this temperance is saying. So that balancing act and that planning that DT is representing here has to be existing within a form of dynamic state. So yeah, make plans, but don't be so committed to them that you cannot change them at a moment's notice. And when I say change, I mean more modify. I want to go there, and I was going to go that way, that way, that way, and now I see I'm going to have to go like that. But you still end up in the same place. Your goal is not in question. It's the route to get there. But there is a really, really nice surprise, nice creation, nice arrival of something, wrong way around, something or someone coming in to your life that's going to have a positive effect. One that gives you motivation, one that gives you thrust forward even if you're a little conflicted about it at times. When it seems like there is least, that is when that creation will start to manifest within your life, if that makes sense. And I was told, if you understand the message that you're giving, then you're doing it wrong. Well, I must be doing it right then, because I didn't understand a word of that. But if you do, comment down below, and I will see you next in your monthlies, which may well be a week away yet with my current schedule. All right, cheers.